disposable income can be used for the Gucci. So, from laziness is prison, reason and not commit any treason, devoting yourself to community. Cleanliness is no joke. It is disease versus Ghana on a thin rope. Do not put any litter low and seize the sea's flow. Pick it up and let our Ghana glow. It is never too late to wake up from our slumber. It is better late than never. Let us break free from the chains and shackles of laziness and idleness and indulge in volunteerism and civic responsibility, and you will end up like a royal like me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Irene, for that excellent performance. It is better late than never. Let us invite our next contestant from OSEI TUTU Senior High School, Isaac Yabua.
Who, like prophets, mounts the pulpits of literary performance to inform and reform, to elevate our minds to brood and moved and more.
Here I sit, judging, not looking for perfection, whom we all pursue because the masses praise a pretty which passes like our past, yet beats our pulse and pulls our peace as a masterpiece, our perfect work.
What is this place? Bright lights flashing in my face. Cold machines, I hear a beep. Is this a dream or an endless sleep? Trembling now. Can't you see? A land of pride. Now on Ivy. Ghana lies in the hospital bed. Too many wounds, almost dead. I fell one morning by the road. Not from the fight, but from the load. I've been sick for years, yet no one stayed. They look at me and they walk away. I once stood tall, proud and free. The black star shining for all to see. But now I'm weak, no voice, no plea. A nation broken down, struggling to breathe. I gave you gold beneath the bone. I gave you oil you now call your own. I gave you diamonds wrapped in stones, cocoa, timber, and a fertile loam. Yet I lie here and you still roam, stretching palms for foreign loans. You say I need pills from overseas, bags of rice and Western degrees. You treat me with aid, donations and debts, but none of these have healed me yet. You think the cure is wrapped in grants, in rescue teams or global chants? But listen close, I've known all along. The cure is not foreign, you've got it wrong. I don't need pills from a different land. I just need your minds, your hearts, and your hands. Not IMF bandages or borrowed time, but a civic blood, so rich and prime. Doctor, please stop the pose. Drop down your file, I need you most. You scrolling youth with your strength unused. I am your mother, you have bruised. You are the doctors, clean your pride, dress your soul. You too, it's service, step in your role. Cut away laziness, cut away fear. Let the love for your motherland fill the air. Please, I don't fear hard work or pain. I just need your help to rise again. Share your time, share your skills. Your actions are my strongest pills. Clean the gutters, open my veins, take the child and break the chains. Care for the streets, don't just talk, stand on your feet. Build my future step by step, not in ties, but in your sweat. So I lie here, torn but real, a patience of wounds time can't conceal. Calling for your help today, I am Isaac Kwekuyabwa, the Ghana in the emergency room. Thank you.
Are we enjoying the contest? Are we enjoying the contest? Wonderful. Thank you very much, Isaac Yabua, for that excellent performance. Let us talk about Education USA. Education USA is a US government advising network that is located here in Ghana. Education USA is located here in Ghana, and with the main aim of giving students guidance as to how to further their education in the USA. Education USA has two locations here. We have one in Accra, which is located at Oxford Street, Osu, and then one in KUMASI, which is located at the Top Martins Complex, Asoka, KUMASI. So that is Education USA for you. Let us move on into the performance. From KUMASI Academy, we have Nana Bewa Amwako.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Nkrumah. Your mother, Ghana, couldn't make it.
It is another day at work
Today, unlike any other work day, I examined the body of a well-known figure in our communities, in our country, and in Africa as a whole. The name of the patient is Republic of Ghana. Age 68. Her condition upon arrival was unresponsive. And the signs of care and concern from her loved ones was abysmal. And so we begin the autopsy, not to mourn, but to understand, to trace the cause of the collapse of a great and mighty figure, to understand why a nation so alive suddenly feels close to death. Oh, the very thought of Gold Coast death gives me the chills. Oh, Ghana, is this Nkrumah's beloved country? Is this the very same land heroes entitled the ex-servicemen laid their lives for? Now on the deathbed, with no one even noticing. Have their efforts been laid waste? No, certainly not. Let's take a look at the brain. The brain shriveled from disuse. Once a seat of innovation, now addicted to imitation. The heart is barely beating. Oh, how it throbbed with patriotism. Now slowed by our self-centeredness. No love for labor, no passion for purpose. The eyes are widely open, but blind. We see injustice and scroll past it. We see wrong, and we say, it is not my task. The mouth, on the other hand, seems so loud online, but silent in real time. Oh yes, we talk of change like it is not a bedding, not a stand. We post and then we boast about Ghana, but action, it is ghost. And so, I don't understand. I think it's high time we went deeper. The diagnosis, she died from neglect. The cause, civic responsibility disrespected, volunteerism abandoned, communal labor replaced with excuses. Unity has been traded for self-interest. We teach civic responsibility in our classrooms. We script it in our policies, bold but brass. Clean-up days has no crowd. Our communities are crumbling as we mumble, blame the state, and roam about. Was I wrong? I hear a pulse, faint, but it's there. A flicker, a tremble, a sign of life. Maybe this isn't a funeral, but a fight for life. Not an eulogy, but a second chance. This body, our Ghana, can be strong again. I said Ghana was in a coma. But there she is, still beating. The eyes are still open. Her stillness reflected our delay, our habit of looking the other way. We tend to blame the state, but forget that we are the state. We are the state. We say our leaders are corrupt, but would you return a lost wallet in a quiet room? It all boils down to the honesty within me and you, my brothers and my sisters. And so, to my brothers and my sisters here, Ghana can be alive again. Ghana can be strong again. If and only if we give her the right medications. Thank you. Hurry.
Thank you very much. Ghana can be alive today, and we are the state. If you don't have the privilege of being here with us, you can join us live on our Education USA Facebook page, or join us on YouTube at ACE Consult. We'll invite our next contestant. From KNUST Senior High School, we have Divine Tay.
Okay.
Yako.
I slept, not from fatigue, but from heartbreak. My eyes could no longer watch my nation shatter at daybreak. Ghana, once a hymn I hummed with pride, now a tune I barely recognize. Plastic on every street like forgotten dreams. Gutters choked by careless streams. We defecate by what is meant to bless us, then curse the floods for daring to address us. We fold arms by filth and weep at rot, yet act like this Ghana is all we've got. So I laid my head not to flee, but to find the Ghana I still believed could be. And there in the quiet dark came a spark, a shadow of purpose old and grand. Wearing strength like a second-hand Kwame Nkrumah, he rose from the mist, tall, firm and free, with eyes like fire, voice like sea. My daughter, he said, why do your hands lay still? Why do your tears fall but not your will? I am Nkrumah, child of the dawn. I led when the world thought Africa was gone, but Ghana was the spark. We lit the path through colonial dark, not for praise, not for gold, but because freedom was ours to hold. I led the way. He told me, you, the youth, are not too small. You are the trumpets, the rallying call. Now I return not to hunt, but to hand you the torch we forgot to pass on. For I see a nation rich in name, but asleep in shame. Rise, because patriotism is not in the anthem. It is in the book, the basin, the broken book. It is in knowing, it is in doing. You are Ghana's disciple now. I woke with fire dancing in my chest and thunder knocking on my ribs, demanding a voice, a choice, a yes. The words of Nkrumah still burned in my ears, no longer tears, now sacred words. Now I'll serve, not just for me, but for we. I'll teach a child, I'll serve a tree, I'll plan, not just for me, but for we. I'll speak until my voice turns raw, shake silence at its very core. Because love is not what we do. It's what we do every single day, not just a one-day thing. But I'll not do it alone, no. I'll not let this fire burn in silence, for I have seen the vision and I have heard the cry, and now so must you. Youth of Ghana, awake from your slumber. The time for folded arms is gone. The time for rising has come. This is not just poetry. This is a sermon, a clarion call from the depths of history. I carry Kuma's voice in my bones, his dreams in my breath, and I'll not rest until the streets echo with footsteps of purpose. You, pick up the broom, the broken break, the book, teach the child, clean the drain, serve a village with nothing but love in your hand and Ghana in your heart. Because volunteerism is not weakness, it is power. It is protest through action. It is patriotism with arms and legs and blistered palms. Civic responsibility is not the government alone. It is ours, yours, and mine. It is not about waiting, it is about doing. So rise, my brothers, my sisters, rise. I'll take the broom, I'll pick the brick, not just for me, but for we. So I stand there, not as one, but as the voice of many. The ancestors who built from dust, the dreamers who died with hope on their lips. I preach the gospel of service. I declare the good news of giving, and I speak the sacred name of volunteerism. I call on every youth to arise and repent from apathy and to rise to duty. Let the churches shout it, let the schools teach it, let the homes live it, that Ghana shall rise again. Not by speeches, but by sweaty hands and open hearts. Let the drums be heard. Let civic duty rise like the morning sun. Let the youth no longer wait for permission, but rise as those anointed for transformation. Now go and build, go and teach, go and serve, go and make Ghana proud. In Nkrumah's name, in your own name, in Ghana's name. Amen. And rise again. I am a volunteer. You are a volunteer. And that is the way.
An excellent performance from Divine KNUST. on to our next performer from ASANTEWAA Girls Senior High School. We have Sewa Echampong.
Mounts the pulpit of literary performance to inform and reform, to elevate our minds to brood and moved and more.
Here I sit, judging, not looking for perfection, whom we all pursue because the masses praise a pretty which passes like our past, yet beats our pulse and pulls our piece as a masterpiece, our perfect work.
There I sit, yet here on this stage, with all who stage their say, to make a way for us.
Gone are the days when the gong beater beats with enthusiasm and the people responded with optimism. I, Obefia, call on the youth to listen with the same enthusiasm. Beneath the blazing sun, gaze of the sun, lies a land full of potentials and possibilities, but no one to volunteer and rescue the destitute from calamity. Look at this scene. As your eyes have seen, a bullet of no return shot into the eye of the innocent with no regrets. When we see something, we say nothing. So in the sniffling of our nostrils, we always breathe toxic. Here is where we now find ourselves, waiting for angels to descend from heaven and rescue us from this hell. When I cast my mind back into the past, where they never lived without just. They lived with a mask, and that mask was the mask they wore on their heart to make a change. But as I open my eyes into this present mode, all I can capture is irresponsibility, dwelling in everybody on our land, even heavenly bodies in space, where the moon crashes with the earth. The sun burns down to earth, barren the land of our birth, and every dime seems not to be found. This is the new page we have created for our state, as we hum with our arm to turn the able into disable. We send guns into classrooms and erupt bullets, boom, like volcanoes, as we sit on the chair of murder and cross our legs, put our hands between the thighs of laziness, and lay our head on the neck of idleness. Imagine a nurse when a patient in a mess at the verge of death refuses to give a hand, fidgeting with phones, ignoring patient's pain because her shift is over and the country loses a precious gift. Oh, my youth, our duty is our mission on this land of vision. Our integrity is what we have been given. Have we forgotten that we are the bridge between yesterday's nightmare screams and tomorrow's beautiful dreams? But we always ignore civic responsibility, snore volunteerism out from the core of our sleep. Even when the moon brightens at night, we still do not see the beauty of our sight. This is that dignity our youth have lost so soon. Our land's fertility is whooping off. Plants are uprooting their roots. Mahogany now digs a hole with a hole and buries a whole wawa to eat grave. Every crime seems fine. All fishes in the sea are dying without one plea because of the degree of pollution. When this predicament engulfs the body of our motherland and rips off her land, when this ugly garment of the youth tears book apart and breaks pen at last, then no future will be there for the leader to lead. No eye will see for the dreamer to dream. My rose flowers, you are the seed to be planted into a good deed. You are the four children of our forefathers, the next generation our ancestors toiled for. They were indeed like a bottle of snap, so strong to be defeated and always poised to conquer the enemies by all means. They stepped on springing boards to fight for their cause. They never spat on our prosperity. They took guns to embark on battles and yielded victory for posterity, and not to take the life of a cherished one. What have we got to deliver? Our Ghana deserves more, like Oliver Twist. Let us take the risk. It is time we stepped into fire to drink blood, not water. We swallow stones, not saliva. For our Ghana needs us to stand up and blow like a storming storm. Let us stop being bedridden with laziness and get rid of the bed, for we will shed no tears. Men and women of our great nation, let's put our brains together, for when the mind is sound, the body does not suffer. We will rise higher, and our Ghana will get what her heart desires. Thank you.
Whom we all pursue because the masses praise her pretty which passes like our past, yet beats our pulse and pulls our peace as a masterpiece, our perfect work.
There I sit, yet here on this stage, with all who
Let us invite Chris Watson from OSEI TUTU.
Say what's up?
Squad, by the center. Quick, march. Squad, what? Awo. 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 Stand at ease, but don't relax. In this hour, I speak not to entertain you. I've not come with rhymes to impress you. I came to fortify your spine with a strategy. No comfort here, just purpose and tenacity. I am Commander-in-Chief of the Youth Army. I have come to see educated youth, but silence in the street. So I have returned to make you feel the change, because freedom comes with a range. The range to reach, the range to teach, the range to serve, and not just to preach. The youth say they love their nation, but love with no labor is lazy. Fight for your nation and fight like crazy. Let me explain. This is a revolution with no fame. A quiet soldier with no name. He fights, he saves lives, but wants no accolades. He wants no fame. You cheer the land, but you never act. The future won't move, and that is a fact. You speak of progress, but you never take the step, and all you do is sit by the sidelines and coach like Pep. Architects of the next age, but most of you are stuck on the wrong stage. I'm a soldier, I've been in the rain, I've seen struggles, I have gone through pain. I bled for this land, and I needed no hand. So enough of the excuses. I'm ripping the curtain and telling you your uses. You sit with your degrees, your knowledge, and your pride, watching our nation bleed, and you let it slide. Get out there. Get out of your comfort zone and leave your phone alone. You speak of change, but you sit aloof. Fix the nation, your slogan. Fix this nation, but you don't fix yourself. Fix this nation, but you are part of this mess. You demand change, but you can't clean the stress. You play the blame game like FIFA, whilst our nation suffers from fever. You want roads built? Go build them yourselves. You want food in the street? Then wait for nobody else. Get out there and stop being stuffed. Stop acting like change is a battle you fought and lost. I have returned to make you feel the change. And I've returned to let you know that now is the time to wake. If not now, when? And if not you, who will rise and pay the price? Our nation bleeds not only from wars, but from silent thieves behind closed doors. Put down the blade and pick up a roll, because peace is the armor that makes us whole. Join a cause, not for clout, but for country. Assist a child to read. Stand up to corruption in your circle. Visit the aged and feed the street. Sow a seed where others see nothing. I am not ever, not a gun, not an Ashanti. I am a soldier. In this army, we serve not tribe, but the truth. You can start small, donate a book, and please don't place a bet. Help clean community, not just to protect. Protect the land on which you feed. Protect that none shall bleed. Start where you are and use what you have, because change doesn't come in parliament. It starts with your presence, your purpose, and your participation. You are the discipline that we need, but you are the missing piece. Start with some courage. Start with some discipline. Repeat it so Ghana knows your name. Not for fame, but for faithfulness. Serve not for salary, but serve for history. Let us all unite and build. Squad! By the center! Quick! March!
have come to the end of segment A. Thank you very much. We've come to the end of segment A. Please, let's give a round of applause for all our... They've done very well. This program is brought to you by the U.S. Embassy's American Corner KUMASI in collaboration with ACE Consult, and it is sponsored by MTN Ghana. MTN is one of the largest service providers in Africa and at the world at large. MTN says download their app and enjoy their services at your convenience. MTN, everywhere you go. We have Pearson PTE. Pearson PTE says that taking the test should never be so stressful. So if you want to take the English test, you just visit them, and then taking the English test will be worry-free for you. Next on our list is ASANTEWAA. ASANTEWAA says that you shouldn't drive tired. We shouldn't drive tired. So whenever you are driving and you feel you are tired, you just get to any shell around you. Whilst you are refilling your tank, you are also refilling your body so that you make sure you are not tired whilst you are driving. And then Paul Sands Enterprise. Paul Sands Enterprise is one of the key distributors of the Nestle Ghana Limited. They deal in all products from Nestle Ghana. We have Milo, Nido, Cerelac, and anything breakfast. So you can contact Paul Sands Enterprise on 050-214-1476 or 0557-863-317. You can also locate them at Moro Market at Tapu in Shiayeso. Paul Sands Enterprise. Then we have KNUST IPO. That is KNUST International Programs Office. So KNUST is one of the leading universities in Africa, and KNUST IPO is in charge of coordinating all international programs with US universities and other universities across the world. So if you want to develop skills, gain knowledge, and succeed in this world, you can come to KNUST, and then you continue with your magic from here. So, thank you very much. The band should kindly give us something as we wait for segment B. Thank you very much, Keynes Regimental Band. Please let us all settle down. At the end of segment A, Kumasi Academy had 172 points. KNUST Senior High School had 172 points. ASANTEWAA Girls Senior High School had 172 points. And OSEI TUTU Senior High School had 170. OSEI TUTU had 177 points. The contest is contested. Thank you very much. Please, our contestants, kindly take your seats as we begin contest 2. Contestants, take your seats. All contestants should kindly take their seats as we begin segment B. Please, ASANTEWAA Girls Senior High School, we are waiting for your contestants. Let's give it up for them. They've done very well. They've done very well. So from Kumasi Academy, we have Franklin Opuni Mensa and Nana Bewa Mapu representing them. Akunini. Akunini. From KNUST Senior High School, we have Nepal, Toto Togbe, and STREAM.THEY. Majema. 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 Hey, oh, sorry. Let's move on. From ASANTEWAA Girls Senior High School, we have Eileen Trewa Tando and Lekia Sewa Echampo. And this year, thank you. And then last on our list, from OSEI to Senior High School, we have our judges to give us the rules for segment B.
Thank you very much, Madam Ajwa Enima, our lovely MC. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? Poised? Yes, so we are proceeding with the segment B, which is the general knowledge segment. I wish you the very best. I'll read the rules for this segment. Contestants have 20 seconds to answer their major question for 5 points, after which the question will be passed on to the next school as a bonus question if you are unable to answer. Contestants have 5 seconds to answer a bonus question for 2 points. We do not expect you to speak until you are called. We do not expect you to speak until you are called. The questions will be read twice, after which you can ask for a repeat of the question. Once again, the questions will be read twice, after which you can ask for a repeat of the question. To my dear audience, as always, if anyone from the audience is found whispering an answer to any school or candidate during the segment, that school will be withdrawn from the segment immediately. Once again, to my dear audience, if anyone from the audience is found whispering an answer to anyone, we will withdraw that school from the segment. On this note, I would request all my lovely patrons and teachers who are seated at the front to please move to the very last row of your school. Let's please take a few seconds to do that. All patrons and teachers who may be sitting in front, kindly move to the back, which is the very last row of your school. Thank you very much. We will be proceeding. I will be commencing with Ekunini. Kumaka. Name 2 functions of the Judicial Council of Ghana. Name 2 functions of the Judicial Council of Ghana.
The judiciary arm of government, they make laws, they implement laws, and they put the other arms of government in order.
I'll give you half of the mark. They don't necessarily put the other arms of government in order. I get what you are trying to say, but they don't necessarily do that. So I'll give you half of the mark for them enforcing the laws. So 2.5 marks for Kumasi Academy, KNUST. Name 2 functions of the Lands Commission of Ghana. Name 2 functions of the Lands Commission of Ghana.
They give license to people who buy lands, and they also ensure that no conflict arises over land disputes.
We'll give you half also for this. We'll give you half also for this. So half for KNUST. Half for KNUST. ASANTEWAA. Name 2 functions of the Environmental Protection Agency. 2 functions of the Environmental Protection Agency.
The Environmental Protection Agency ensures cleanliness in the environment. And they also educate citizens on the need for cleanliness.
Okay, so they don't necessarily ensure the cleanliness, but they do educate. So we'll give you half also for this. Half also because they do educate citizens and also councils on how to keep their environments clean. Abrempong. Name 2 functions of the Ministry of Interior. Name 2 functions of the Ministry of Interior.
One of the functions is to ensure security in the country. They are also responsible for ensuring the abidance of law in the country.
Yes, so they maintain law and order and they regulate the security organization. So I would give that to you for 5 points.
KUMASI Academy. KUMASI Academy, your major question. What is the role of the Minerals Commission of Ghana? What is the role of the Minerals Commission of Ghana?
They are in charge of the minerals in the country, and they're also in charge of exportation of minerals in our country and importation as well.
All right, so you have 5 points for that. KNUST Senior High. Your major question. What is the role of the Ghana Statistical Services? What is the role of the Ghana Statistical Service?
The Ghana Statistical Service is in charge of taking records of census in the country. So they count the number of people who are in the country, and also they aid in formulating statistics for government procedures.
Okay, so you have 5 points for that. 5 points. ASANTEWAA, Girls Senior High. What is the role of the Ghana Export Promotion Authority? What is the role of the Ghana Export Promotion Authority?
They are responsible for exports in the country. They are responsible for sending goods out of the country.
All right, so we'll give you half of the mark, so 2.5. So they are responsible for facilitating, developing, and promoting Ghanaian exports. That's the correct answer. They don't do the exportation, okay, but they facilitate it. Please, you get it. That's why we gave you half of the score. OSEI TUTU Senior High School. What is the role of the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund? What is the role of the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund?
Their role is to make sure there are adequate funds for infrastructure development. They are also entitled to the proper planning and layout of various buildings in rural and urban areas.
Okay, so you have 5 points for that.
Ekunini, we are moving on to the true or false segments, and the questions are on the theme for the year, which is promoting civic responsibility and volunteerism. This is a true or false segment, hence there will be no bonus questions. Ekunini, volunteering in Ghana is exclusively done through religious organizations. Volunteering in Ghana is exclusively done through religious organizations.
The answer is false.
Correct for 5 points. KNUST. Civic apathy among Ghanaian youth is partly attributed to a lack of civic education in tertiary institutions. Civic apathy among Ghanaian youth is partly attributed to a lack of civic education in tertiary institutions. True or false?
True.
That is correct for 5 points. Yes, ASANTEWAA. The Youth in Community Service and Security Program is designed to train youth in agriculture. The Youth in Community Service and Security Program is designed to train youth in agriculture. True or false?
False. False.
False is correct. For 5 points. OSEI TUTU Senior High School. Ghana's Education Strategic Plan, which was established for the period between 2018 and 2030, includes objectives in citizenship education. I'll take it again for you. Ghana's Education Strategic Plan, that is between 2018 to 2030, includes objectives in citizenship education. True or false?
A true statement.
Correct for 5 points.
KUMASI Academy. Civic responsibility does not include participation in democratic processes. Civic responsibility does not include participation in democratic processes. True or
False. False.
That is correct for 5 points. KNUST. Digital volunteerism is on the rise among Ghanaian youth, especially through social media advocacy. Digital volunteerism is on the rise among Ghanaian youth, especially through social media advocacy. True or false?
True.
That is correct for 5 points. ASANTEWAA. High youth unemployment in Ghana makes civic responsibility less important. High youth unemployment in Ghana makes civic responsibility less important. True or false?
False.
That is correct for 5 points. OSEI TUTU. Ghanaian youth are constitutionally allowed to ignore civic duties if they are unemployed. Ghanaian youth are constitutionally allowed to ignore civic duties if they are unemployed. True or false?
That's false.
That is correct for 5 points.
So we'll move on to literature. Our honorable timekeeper would then open the envelopes and place poems in front of you. You will be given 30 seconds to read through the poem. During the 30 seconds, we don't want to see anyone holding a pen. Do not hold a pen during this period. So he would place the poems in front of you. You would have 30 seconds to read through the poem, after which you would have 2 minutes, 30 seconds to identify the literary devices of the various lines in the poem. Once again, during the 30 seconds reading, we do not expect anyone to be holding a pen. We do not expect anyone to be holding a pen. You would only be asked to pick up your pen once the bell has gone and the 30 seconds for reading through the stanza of the poem is over.
A spoken word was a dream, but soon, like an egg being hatched into reality, to grow, to learn, and to achieve a better purpose.
This is not a contest to test for the best and create divisions among the youth, but a vision for national unity and education, to hear the thoughts of the youth, to see their smiles and feel their heartbeat, a rhythm of self-development for national development.
This contest is not a contest for superiority, for we do not intend for schools to contend for a victory for one over another. This competition is to bring out the best man and ignite the fire of passion and purpose to build themselves and give themselves to the service of their schools, their nation, and the world.
We provide the platform for students to challenge themselves and not one another, unleashing their minds to crush not their own creativity, but to awaken it to critical thinking, thereby emboldening them for public speaking.
I, one of you, sit amongst you. There at the table I sit judging.
Words brewed like wine, with its calculated ingredients of imagination, observation, and education. Words spiced with smiles and salted with speech, spoken like with a million voices that echo in our ears, vibrating our hearts and distilling into our minds to influence our emotions and actions.
Words cooked in the pots of poetic rehearsals, polished to shine the thoughts of participants. Yes, participants who, like prophets, mount the pulpits of literary performance to inform and reform, to elevate our minds to brood and move and more.
Here I sit, judging, not looking for perfection, whom we all pursue because the masses praise a pretty which passes like our past, yet beats our pulse and pulls our peace as a masterpiece, our perfect work.
There I sit, yet here on this stage, with all who stage their say, to make a way for our hearts to race and pay attention to their pace. They create to carry us to space,
To see the sound of words emitting their calls,
their cries,
their communion.
Entertaining and educating us of our civic responsibility and volunteerism.
A spoken word was a dream, but soon, like an egg being hatched into reality, to grow, to learn, and to achieve a better purpose.
This is not a contest to test for the best and create divisions among the youth, but a vision for national unity and education, to hear the thoughts of the youth, to see their smiles and feel their heartbeat, a rhythm of self-development for national development.
This contest is not a contest for superiority only.
For we do not intend for schools to contend for a victory for one over another.
This competition is to bring out the best man
and ignite the fire of passion and purpose to build themselves and give themselves to the service of their schools,
their nation, and the world.
We provide the platform for students to challenge themselves and not one another, unleashing their minds to crash not their own creativity, but to awaken it to critical thinking, thereby emboldening them for public speaking.
I, one of you, sit amongst you. There at the table I sit judging.
Words brewed like wine, with its calculated ingredients of imagination, observation, and education. Words spiced with smiles and salted with speech, spoken like with a million voices that echo in our ears, vibrating our hearts and distilling into our minds to influence our emotions and actions.
Words cooked in the pots of poetic rehearsals, polished to shine the thoughts of participants.
Yes, participants who, like prophets, mount the pulpits of literary performance to inform and reform, to elevate our minds to brood and move and more.
Here I sit, judging, not looking for perfection, whom we all pursue because the masses praise a pretty which passes like our past, yet beats our pulse and pulls our piece as a masterpiece, our perfect work.
There I sit, yet here on this stage, with all who stage their say, to make a way for our hearts to raise and pay attention to their pace. They create to carry us to space.
To see the sound of words emitting their calls,
their cries,
their communion.
Entertaining and educating us of our civic responsibility and volunteerism.
A spoken word was a dream, but soon, like an egg being hatched into reality, to grow, to learn, and to achieve a better purpose.
This is not a contest to test for the best and create divisions among the youth, but a vision for national unity and education, to hear the thoughts of the youth, to see their smiles and feel their heartbeat, a rhythm of self-development for national development.
This contest is not a contest for superiority only.
For we do not intend for schools to contend for a victory for one over another.
This competition is to bring out the best man
and ignite the fire of passion and purpose to build themselves and give themselves to the service of their schools,
their nation, and the world.
We provide the platform for students to challenge themselves and not one another, unleashing their minds to crash not their own creativity, but to awaken it to critical thinking, thereby emboldening them for public speaking.
I, one of you, sit amongst you. There at the table I sit judging.
Words brewed like wine, with its calculated ingredients of imagination, observation, and education. Words spiced with smiles and salted with speech, spoken like with a million voices that echo in our ears, vibrating our hearts and distilling into our minds to influence our emotions and actions.
Words cooked in the pots of poetic rehearsals, polished to shine the thoughts of participants.
Yes, participants who, like prophets, mount the pulpits of literary performance to inform and reform, to elevate our minds to brood and move and more.
Here I sit, judging,
Thank you
not
very
looking
much,
for perfection,
Mr. DJ.
whom we all pursue because the masses praise a pretty which passes like our past,
we've come to the very
yet beats our
last
pulse
segment,
and pulls our
the
piece as a
literature-
masterpiece,
the literature,
our perfect work.
part
There
of
I
the
sit,
round.
yet here on this stage, with
Okay, so I'm going to read the poem they had before them. What they had before them was the A spoken word recital, which they all had. Surprise. So I'll quickly read the stanza that they were asked to analyze. So this is A spoken word written by Mr. Samuel Jechi. And I, one of you, sit amongst you. There at the table I sit, judging. Words brewed like wine with its calculated ingredients of imagination, observation, and education. Words spiced with smiles and salted with speech, spoken with a million voices that echo in our ears, vibrating our hearts and distilling into our minds to influence our emotions and actions. Words cooked in the pot of poetic rehearsals, poised to shine the thoughts of participants, who, like prophets among the pulpits of literary performances, to inform and reform. So I will be starting with that of KUMAKA and KNUST. So the very first line.
Okay. All right. So first of all, we'll go through the lines and the devices. Then we'll go through what you wrote for us, for your scores. So the first line has these devices. The line is, and I, one of you, sits amongst you. We have antithesis, we have paradox, inversion, imagery, and tone. The next one we have, there at the table I sit judging. Symbolism, irony, inversion, metonymy, and personification. The third line, words brewed like wine with its calculated ingredients of imagination, observation, and education. We have metaphor, simile, imagery, symbolism, alliteration, parallelism, assonance, consonance, and epithet. Words spiced with salt and salted with speech. Metaphor, alliteration, consonance, imagery, symbolism, and euphemism. Spoken like with a million voices that echo in our ears has hyperbole, simile, imagery, symbolism, personification, and assonance. Sixth line, vibrating our hearts and distilling into our minds to influence our emotions and actions. Personification, imagery, parallelism, metaphor, symbolism. Seventh line, words cooked in the pot of poetic rehearsals. Metaphor, alliteration, imagery, epithet, symbolism, and personification. Polished to shine the thoughts of participants, we have metaphor, alliteration, imagery, symbolism, synodicy, and epithets. The last line, who like prophets, mount the pulpit of literary performance to inform and reform. We have simile, allusion, symbolism, parallelism, metonymy, and irony.
So I have that of KUMAKA. 20. So the maximum mark for this segment is 20. KUMAKA, line 1, you had epistrophe and parallelism, both are incorrect. Line 2, you had inversion, alliteration. Inversion is correct, alliteration is incorrect. Line 3, simile is correct. Line 4, we have alliteration and metaphor, which are both correct. Line 5, we have simile, imagery, exaggeration incorrect, hyperbole correct. 6, we have metaphor correct. 7, metaphor correct. 8, metaphor and imagery, both correct. 9, we have simile and allusion, both correct, giving you a total mark of 13. 13, 1, 3. KNUST. Line 1, you had anaphora, which is incorrect. Imagery, incorrect. Imagery for line 2 is incorrect. 3, we have simile, correct. Rhyme, incorrect. Assonance, correct. Consonance, correct. For Line 4, we have alliteration, which is correct. Line 5, simile, correct. Onomatopoeia, incorrect. 6, we have metaphor, correct. Rhyme and assonance are incorrect. 7, we have metaphor and alliteration, both correct. 8, we have metaphor, alliteration, both correct. Apostrophe is incorrect. 9, we have simile, correct. Metaphor, incorrect. Rhyme, incorrect. Assonance, incorrect. And consonant, incorrect. Giving us a total of 11 points for KNUST. Okay. Yasantua. Yasantua. Line 1, repetition is incorrect. Antithesis is correct. Parallelism, incorrect. Metaphor. Metaphor, incorrect. We have line 2, imagery is incorrect. Metaphor is incorrect. Personification is correct. 3, we have simile, correct. Onomatopoeia, incorrect. Imagery, correct. Rhyme, incorrect. Line 4, we have metaphor, correct. Personification, incorrect. Alliteration, correct. Line 5, we have simile, correct. Hyperbole, correct. Onomatopoeia is incorrect. Personification is correct. 6, we have hyperbole, incorrect. Personification is correct. 7, personification, correct. Metaphor, correct. 8, we have imagery, correct. Metaphor, correct. Personification is incorrect. 9, we have simile, correct. Metaphor, incorrect. Giving you a total of 15 points. 15 points. OSEI TUTU. OSEI TUTU, line 1, apostrophe is incorrect. Imagery is correct. Metaphor is incorrect. Symbolism incorrect. Line 2, we have imagery incorrect. Symbolism correct. Personification correct. Metaphor is incorrect. Line 3, we have imagery, symbolism, simile, metaphor, all 4 correct. Personification wrong. Line 4, we have alliteration, metaphor correct. Personification incorrect. Imagery and symbolism correct. Line 5, we have simile, imagery correct. Synecdoche and metonymy incorrect. Line 6, we have imagery, personification correct. Synecdoche, metonymy incorrect. Symbolism correct. Line 7, we have imagery, symbolism, personification, metaphor, alliteration, all correct. Line 8. Line 8, we have personification, incorrect. Imagery, correct. Symbolism, correct. Metaphor, correct. The last line for OSEI TUTU. Imagery, metaphor, personification, alliteration, incorrect. Simile, symbolism, correct. Giving OSEI TUTU a total of, give me minutes. OSEI TUTU giving you a total of 20 points. Okay, thank you, OSEI TUTU. We are moving on to the very last segment.
with its calculated ingredients of imagination, observation, and education. Words spiced with smiles and salted with speech, spoken like with a million voices that echo in our ears, vibrating our hearts and distilling into our minds to influence our emotions and actions.
Words cooked in the pots of poetic rehearsals, polished to shine the thoughts of participants. Yes, participants who, like prophets, mount the pulpits of literary performance.
We'd like to acknowledge Mrs. Dorothy Oparibedu. She is the Municipal Director of Okoriko, and she's representing the Ashanti Regional Director of Education. This program is brought to you by the U.S. Embassy's American Corner. The program is brought to you by the U.S. Embassy's American Corner, KUMASI, in collaboration with ACE Consult. Let's talk about ACE Consult. So ACE Consult is an educational consultancy that offers variety of services to students. They register students for GRE, SAT, ACT, GMAT, IELTS, and TOEFL examination. They also organize classes. And provide books that can help students excel in these organizations. And apart from that, they also help students pay their CV's fees during their educational journey. Yes. So they are also a test center, and they provide help with scholarship application and school applications to the USA. They are located at Asokwa, Top Martins Complex, and then in Accra, the second floor of Pure Obsession Building, Osu, Oxford Street, Osu. So at the end of segment 2, the final scores for segment 2. Kumasi Academy has 30.5 points. KNUST Senior High School has 28.5 points. ASANTEWAA Girls Senior High School, they have 30 points. This is the score for only segment B. And OSEI TUTU Senior High School has 40 points. So please let us move on to segment C. Our judges will give us the rules.
Participants who, like prophets, mount the pulpits of literary performance to inform and reform, to elevate our minds to brood and move and more.
Here I sit, judging, not looking for perfection, whom we all pursue because the masses praise a pretty which passes like our past, yet beats our pulse and pulls our peace as a masterpiece, our perfect work.
There I sit, yet here on this stage, with all who state their say, to make a way for our hearts to race and pay attention to their pace.
They create to carry us to space,
to see the sound of words emitting their calls,
their cries,
their communion,
entertaining and educating us of our civic responsibility and volunteerism.
A spoken word was a dream, but soon, like an egg being hatched into reality, to grow, to learn, and to achieve a better purpose.
This is not a contest to test for the best and create divisions among the youth, but a vision for national unity and education, to hear the thoughts of the youth, to see their smiles and feel their heartbeats, a rhythm of self-development for national development.
This contest is not a contest for superiority, for we do not intend for schools to contend for a victory for one over another. This competition is to bring out the best one and ignite the fire of passion and purpose to build themselves and give themselves to the service of their schools, their nation, and the world.
We provide the platform for students to challenge themselves and
I lose my life to win you over. Other girls go day one corner, one corner, one corner. I bless the day I found you. Let's go. Oh Lord have mercy. Ayele o ibasi o. Odoye we udo ya mama ya.
Their cries,
their community,
entertaining and educating us.
What's up? Making money was the plan. And we go get them by Jagaban. Girl, I always hold you down. Anytime that you feeling down. Mama say, girl, make you settle down. Tell her, say, I don't get you down. With the smile, make you know the frown. Say, no one can pull you down. So me sing, say, win, win, win. Win, win, win. We go there. Win, win. If I don't like none of them, no. Win, win, win. Win, win, win. Win, win, win. If I don't like none of them, no. That's why
Thank you so much, Mr. DJ. Thank you so much, Mr. DJ. So we will address a few consents and then I'll hand over back to Madam MC. So we'll address a few consents. Okay. So there is a consent. Can I please have some silence in the auditorium? Thank you so much. So a question was posed to Kumaka the question was, what is the role of Minerals Commission of Ghana? We have consent from OSEI TUTU and the ASANTEWA. Please note that we asked for the role. All of them went ahead to give us 2 roles, but then we were requesting for 1. Yes, Kumaka did give 1 answer that was incorrect, which is that Minerals Commissions import minerals. And I think I addressed that was incorrect. So that was incorrect, but then they also gave an answer which was in line with that the Minerals Commission manages Ghana's mineral resources. Not the exact words, but it was in line. So we gave them the points because we requested for 1. We requested for the role. And they did give us that, so that is why we gave them the marks. The next concern is also okay. So there was a question also posed to Kumaka again. So we requested for 2 functions of the Judicial Council of Ghana. They gave us 2. 1, they said the Judicial Council makes laws, which I told them was incorrect the moment they gave the answer. So we gave them half of the mark because they gave us 2 functions. 1 was correct, and the fact that they make laws was incorrect. So we gave them half for the one that they got correct. So please, I believe at this point we are all okay and we can proceed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Lauren. So you can join us on our YouTube channel, ACE Consult, and then on our Education USA Facebook page. We'll move on to segment C. Are we enjoying the contest? It looks like Kumaka is the only one with heat. Are we enjoying the contest? Thank you very much. So our judges will give us the rules for segment C, and we proceed from there.
Thank you. So we're going to read the rules for segment C. Can everybody hear me? Quiet, please. Rule number 1, contestants have 7 minutes to prepare a spoken word on topics picked. Rule number 2, contestants will perform in order of the numbers they have picked on the topics sheet. Number 3, contestants will have 3 minutes to perform their write-up. Good luck, teams.
Here I sit, judging, not looking for perfection, whom we all pursue because the masses praise her pretty which passes like our past, yet beats our pulse and pours our peace as a masterpiece, our perfect work.
Their cause,
Their cries,
their community.
Entertaining and educating us of our civic responsibility and volunteerism.
A spoken word was a dream, but soon, that can happen.
Moving on to the very last segment for the contest. Obiniyim. Okay. So starting this round from ASANTEWA Girls Senior High School, we have ASANTEWA Echampong. And she will be performing on the theme, Text Me When You Arrive, a love poem for my sister's safety.
Test me when you arrive, for I know what is good for you. I know a good nation for you, that when you arrive and reside in it, you would never be despised. I want my sister's safety. So behold, you bold, this is a nation to be molded in gold and not to fold her beauty. I am from Nigeria, and Ghana is my sister. Let me text you some message about Ghana's age and her youth. God created man. In his own image, he created us. Way above the firmament, he gave us sun. Beneath our feet, he created another one land. And in his properties, he gave us our share. In Ghana, he made us heir. acknowledge that God made Ghana with everything, and we do not have an excuse if we render it nothing. Therefore, we must create something from everything, even nothing. We are waters to be evaporated into higher dimensions of actualities and realities. We are the tailors of our nation's seams. We stitch the seam, mend the seam to create masterful fabric gleam, which forges Ghana's esteem. Ghana, me, Ghana, my sister. Thank you.
Next, performing on the theme Inhaling Hope Through the Cracks. From KUMASI Academy, we have Mr. Franklin Opuni Mensa.
Above the horizon, they say, be the limit that I to my hope can submit. Crazy walls struck the bruise on my back, the cracks a chill within my pulse. They said stop, look and leave. But the mechanism of water being a hope seemed a rope around my neck, a noose so soon. I wanted to become a doctor in the future. But when I see my reflection in the mirror, the only person I see is the son of Antioquia in a tattered cloth. No light at the end, just darkness apportioned to my career. The zeal, the will to be great in the range, out of the range. Network is not accessible, they said. Vouloir c'est pouvoir, to wish is to be able, but when I wish it doesn't come. Am I being sensible? For clouding the sparklings within the tears, I see no hope. Yet, Franklin said something in his poems and his song. I know that I can make it. I know that I can stand. No matter what may come my way, my life is I see through the trenches and the tears an audacity of hope upon the mountains. If only I failed to respond and resist, accept and decline the notion and the quotation, the prophecies that is given. There's a cry. But when I peep, I see the light, and the light is seen. I knew it, and I be free. Thank you.
The next theme is saying I love you, insisting thanks, and still not being understood. Hello? The theme is saying I love you, insisting thanks, and still not being understood. This will be performed by Eileen Chowa and Chitambo from ASANTEWA, Senior High.
You said your love was coming with a strong fire, but I quenched it with my little water. Indeed, I have found that love is power, but I said I love you 16 times, and you still do not understand. Love is not last. My tongue may not be Spanish to say mi amor, or even French to say je t'aime. Even my land's tongue to say me jowo jojo, and even the colonial master's tongue to say I love you. Mine may be that of a mother to express in care, or that of a sister to show in correction, or even a lover to show all I have in the world. But when your Creator says He loves you, you do not have to underestimate, for He knows all the tongues, even the tongues the poet recites in his tongues. My tongue may differ from yours, even in our own tongue. You may not understand what I feel in my heart for you, but I tell you that even your volunteerism can be spoken in a million tongues you may not understand, and that is love for my land. So if hatred is your virus, then be the vaccine. Love one another in all languages, even one you've never heard or seen. I express, but you try to impress. Don't let my love be lost in your translation and tone.
The youth to see their smiles and feel their heartbeat, a rhythm of self-development for national development.
This contest is not a contest for superiority only, for we do not intend for schools to contend for a victory for one over another. This competition is to bring out the best man and ignite the fire of passion and purpose to build themselves and give themselves to the service of their schools, their nation, and the world.
We provide the platform for students to challenge themselves and not one another, unleashing their minds to crash not their own creativity, but to awaken it to critical thinking, thereby emboldening them for public speaking.
I, one of you, sit amongst you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take a seat, relax, unwind. You take a treat, drink water, refresh your mind. Let us begin this journey. Leave all your worries behind. I grew up in a village that once stood tall, but now falling, fading, full of tribulations. But I stand here today to give you education that has limitless foundation. They say technology will save us, will set us free. But now we are lost, can't you see? We are more connected, but we've lost our thoughts. We are now trading real conversation with a digital crutch. Although we have gained the world, but ask yourself, what have we lost? Concern, love, and time for ourselves. Now, silence has now replaced resilience. Sheets have now replaced peace. And dust have now replaced trust. This society gives my body a cause for debate. This society gives me the vulnerability. But right here on this crossroad of decision, we will never despair or fear. We will do what is right. We will never lose sight of the bigger picture, because the dream we nurture is not for today but for the future. let us teach ourselves to come out of the net of technology and use it for our benefits. Now, our schools don't know how to solve for theta, but they know Twitter. They can never read the face of the book, but they know Facebook. This is what the society has now become. We will teach our legs to walk out of conversation and things that dares our futuristic inclination. We will teach our eyes to stay fixated on the goal and go as far as our goals can go. We will teach our mouths to speak out, rebuke doubts, rebuke why our dreams could go south. This is when we come out of the net of technology and use it for our own benefits. I say again, let us break out of the net of technology and use it for our own benefits. Thank you.
Of imagination, observation, and education. Words spiced with smiles and salted with speech, spoken like with a million voices that echo in our ears, vibrating our hearts and distilling into our minds to influence our emotions and actions.
Words cooked in the pots of poetic rehearsals, polished to shine the thoughts of participants. Yes, participants who, like prophets, mount the pulpits of literary performance to inform and reform, to elevate our minds to
On
brood.
the theme, the silence between our calls was louder than a goodbye. Yes, Mr. Ni Kwao Totoko from KNUST.
The silence between our calls was louder than goodbye. Hello, are you there? Was the only greeting I could give. She replied, hey, what's up? Like a letter from the mind I couldn't receive. Just then, I could feel my heart begin to cave. Like a lost animal, trapped inside a cage. I could no longer feel and find the words to express what I wanted to say. And all I could think about was finding a shovel, digging 6 feet under, and lying in the grave. Just then, I could hear a whisper from the other end, like a sign of hope. But like all things, that hope died and left me cold. That was when I realized that neither of us could be bold. So I hung up, unable to release my bottled up emotions for a better of soul, and for my story to be told. A barrier has been set in our global village, where the space between us widens and grows. We feel these calls have made us faster, but we move ever towards an all-time low. Moving slow, unable to imagine bringing our ideas to a download. Now I think, what happened to our social interactions? What happened to our hellos? What happened to our goodbyes? What happened to the handshakes? What happened to the fist bumps? The kisses mothers give? The shakes mothers give? What happened to our connection? What happened to our love? Where has it gone? Now we are divided by a barrier we cannot jump over. That barrier is the digital world. Trapped on our screens, scrolling up, down, helter, skelter, without even lifting a pins. We are trapped, but we don't even know it. Inside a box we cannot escape, lost in this huge landscape. You don't realize it, but you are bounded by chains. Bounded by chains you cannot even see. The chains of the social media. Let's break those chains. Let's foster relationships. Let's shake hands. Let's love each other. Let us hug. Let us touch. Let us feel. silence between our calls was louder than goodbye. Thank you.
Next, performing on the theme, My Love Languages.
A spoken word was a dream, but soon, like an egg being hatched into reality.
Miss Divine Team.
That was my husband. And that is my marriage falling apart in pieces. I chased my dreams instead of chasing my first love. The one who taught me how to love, who fixed my broken pieces into one. And now there he is, leaving me in pain. So I ran to my grandma, because that was the only solution I could find. She told me, child, sit. So I sat. My grandma told me, child, maintaining relationships is one of the best things you could ever find. And so can be done in different forms. We don't keep, we experience them. Some outside, others in our dormitories. But one thing man always craves for, one thing that brings us together, one thing that makes us one, influences our acts of service and cultural care. What do you think it is? No. It is food. Now I know someone might think food. And when I stand among my G people and there's a quarrel, and I say, Fufona, you're ready. That chills that passes through your body, you put that anger aside and we gather around a table to eat from one bowl. Even the Bible says, you prepare the table for me in front of my enemies. What among family? Mothers express their love through food. Lovers take each other on dates to experience restaurants. To the Volta people, my elders, what do you feel when I say Bangu Bakula Fatri Dachi? To my God people, what do I say when I say Kenki with Pakoshiton? My northern people, what do you feel when I say Tio Safi? Food. See how united we are, see the smiles on your faces. Food. My love language has become food. On that time I stood, Grandma. Our love language is food. I don't remember the last time I cooked for him. I don't remember the last time we stood together. But now, in our current state, mothers eat separately, fathers eat separately, children eat on each other. Mom, I want mine separate. Dad, I want mine separate. My grandma taught me it's the key to a separation of a family. So when you go today, I want you to sit around a table. Eunice, Penny, let's come together. Let's eat because my love language is food. No matter how angry I am, ask me. What did you eat? And I'll tell you food.
And not one another, unleashing their minds to crash not their own creativity, but to awaken it to critical thinking, thereby emboldening them for public speaking.
I, one of you, sit amongst you. There at the table I sit judging.
Words brewed like wine, with its calculated ingredients of imagination, observation, and education. Words spiced with smiles and salted with speech, spoken like with a million voices that echo in our ears, vibrating our hearts and distilling into our minds to influence our emotions and actions.
Words cooked in the pots of poetic rehearsals, polished to shine the thoughts of participants. Yes, participants who, like prophets, mount the pulpits of literary performance to inform and reform, to elevate our minds to brood and move and more.
Here I sit, judging, not looking for perfection, whom we all pursue because the masses praise a pretty which passes like our past, yet beats our pulse and pulls our peace as a masterpiece, our perfect work.
With all who stays their say, to make a way for our hearts, pray and pay attention. Carry us to space.
To see the sound of words emitting their calls,
Their cries,
their communion.
Entertaining and educating us of our civic responsibility and volunteerism.
I'm a fucking baller, got only me. No man fit talk shit to me, you go collect See, I'm on a me, the leader, she want you. I'm a fucking baller, got only me. No man fit talk shit to me, you go collect
More money, challenge and enjoyment. I the job life regardless, cause trouble never gets no honey.
But soon, like an egg being hatched into reality, to grow, to learn, and to achieve a better purpose.
This is not a contest to test for the best.
More money, challenge and enjoyment. I the job life regardless, cause trouble never gets no honey. More money, challenge and enjoyment. I the job life regardless, cause trouble never gets no honey. Me I came and conquer the game. Me not come to play. Sexy girl, them sing my name.
Thank you, Mr. DJ. So we'll quickly
thereby
test
emboldening
that
them
first
for public
issue.
speaking.
So I believe a couple of us saw Franklin writing on his sheet, but then Franklin is done with his performance. So whatever he was writing wouldn't play any role. So as those of us concerned about that, he's done performing. So that won't affect anything. So we'll go ahead and proceed with the performance.
Are you ready? Okay. Time is a spirit and it's watching you. Chris Button, OSEI TUTU Senior.
Lab check. 1 truth, 2 ears. When I speak, silence disappears. I'm stepping in the shoes of time to speak from a different view for you to be amused. Time and tide waits for no man, as the great people say. Procrastination is a limitation that drives people from their destination and location. What are you waiting for? And why are you seated, aloof, doing nothing? I will start today, maybe in the next hour. Nah, I gotta start tomorrow. I will wait for a couple of years before I start. You are shifting your actions backwards. Don't sit down while you have things on your wish list to do, and later say you wish you would have stopped time like a photograph. Time flies so quick. Time brings transformation just like Hansi Flick. From 2007 to 2025, I call myself an 18-year-old boy. Time flew from the 20th century and it has brought me to the 21st century. Time mounts up with wings like an eagle if you sit down doing nothing. I saw this quote in my other brother's book that said, you see, losing and watching someone leave the surface of the earth is a greater loss, but watching the potential die inside of you while you still live is the greatest loss. You see, Shakespeare didn't procrastinate, so we enjoy his poems.
Floyd Money Mayweather, the man who could fight in any weather, didn't procrastinate. And now he has 50-0. That means he has won 50 bouts and no one has even put him on the floor. Stand and fight, leave a mark, and say no to procrastination. Time has eyes, I'm not sure, because time is a spirit. It has no flesh, it has no soul. It is a spirit. It is watching you. You may not see it, but it is. Start now and don't sit down idle, I beg you. Please do something. Any man who enjoys sleep, the Bible says, poverty will set upon you like a thief at night. And you will lose sight. And you can't go on because you don't have much might. I leave you with a deep message. And I ask you one question. If not now, when? Who would be the Daniel of his family? Who would be the Daniel of his nation? Please fight with determination. My pen is hot, but I have to leave you for now. Since a good dancer knows when to leave the stage, I bow. Thank you.
Meeting their cause,
their cries,
their community,
entertaining and educating us of our civic responsibility and volunteerism.
Today is another day. Today we talk of a delicate matter. A feeling you and I have almost every day. And it's love. I've entitled this spoken word, Plain Words. The love of a mother, they compare to the love of God, the agape. I love you. I love you. And I love you. Grandma used to tell me all about love. She says, Nana, love is not just through the media, but it is a medium within the heart. But every day I see Mildred, and all I see is the love of my life. I hear nothing, I see nothing but Mildred. I have to find Mildred perhaps. Mildred! Oh. Mildred! Come with me, Mildred. Mildred and I used to play all these games in the compound. All these pillow and the games. Oh, love. The words of Grandma rang in my mind, in my ears, each and every time. Not the media. It is a medium. It is a choice. A letter to the dearest boy ever from Mildred. My soul longs for thee, Nana. From bed to bed, I crave for you. I said to myself, probably these are the words of AI. Indeed it is. In 1814, when Grandma was leaving me, she did remind me of those words again. She said, Nana, your future matters. Your education and your spirituality. Never lose hope. When Grandma died, I found all her letters under her bed, speaking of all the love she had for me, the future she wanted for me. It is then that I realized brother was right. Grandma Thank you.
Sweet Fanta Diallo, I know fit forget you. Hey Bezina, Zobu, Zobu. If I speak English, you cho, no walking. I don't want punish you, I want to punish you. If you see my baby, you go shut up. I'ma get too fine, no be makeup. Yeah, baby, lie down, no. Finish work for me, oh, tomato. Put that thing back,
Thank you very much, Mr. DJ. At this point, please let's settle down. At this point, we are going to have a poetry recital by the matriarch of modern poetry verse, Apioko. Please, let's just give her a round of applause as she comes to give us the poetry recital.
Like with a million voices that echo in our ears, vibrating our hearts and distilling into our minds to influence our emotions and actions.
Words cooked in the pots of poetic rehearsals, polished to shine the thoughts of participants. Yes, participants who, like prophets, mount the pulpits of literary performance to inform and reform, to elevate our minds to brood and move and more.
Here I sit, judging, not looking for perfection, whom we all pursue because the masses praise a pretty which passes like our past, yet beats our pulse and pours our peace as a masterpiece, our perfect work.
There I sit, yet here on this stage.
Jungles, rivers, and oceans. I am the lioness, I am the tigress, and I am the Ghanaian mermaid. I'm the matriarch of modern poetic nations. I am poetry incarnate. And my pen fears no sword, no man, no woman, no child, no beast, no plague. Forget the muse. I am the muse. A round of applause for Nana Asase. My name is Apioko Seyira Mashong Abe. I'm a poet, an author. I'm a media practitioner. Channel 1 TV and City FM in Accra are my media home, where I'm the head of programs and also a TV presenter. I'm also a cultural curator. Now, one of the things that I do with my poetry, and it's been very amazing and mind-blowing to see all of you. A round of applause for yourselves, please. One of the things that I do is to write what I like to call verse journalism. And that's taking the feelings of the things that Ghanaians, Africans, people all over the world are experiencing, and then talking about them, the social issues and how they affect us as individuals, beyond the numbers, beyond the statistics. And I heard one of you talking about the media, beyond what the news presents to you. So you all know about Galamsey, I'm sure, by now. It's a national canker. So I'm going to share with you a piece. It's called The Gold We Cannot Hold. Ago. I remember the river. It was clear once, a mirror of the sky carrying fish and stories, gently bending through our village like the powerful, curvaceous hips of the mothers of our earth. Ago. And now it runs thick, mud crawling through it like stinking, decaying, mutilated bodies, dried, caked blood. The fish are gone, and the children sit by its banks, hungry and thirsty. Ago. They say there's gold here, beneath the trees we used to climb, under the earth that fed us. And in their hands, I see the promise of riches that don't belong to us. But what is gold when the land turns to scars? When the forests fall and the birds flee from the cries of machines, men have come to dig graves, not knowing that they dig their own. Ago. Men have come to dig graves, not knowing that they dig their own. They scrape the earth with rusted tools and blackened hands, leaving nothing behind but poisoned water, sinking ground, and a sky thick with smoke. They say it is work. But there's no life in this labor. Ago, repeat after me. There's no life in this labor. Only the death of a nation which is choked by the greed that spills from foreign tongues into the hands of the desperate. Our fathers' fields are gone. Our mothers' cocoa is burdened with the guilt of betrayal. For the cocoa pods turn their backs on Mother Earth, on the mothers whose wombs grew them and whose labor birthed and nursed and nurtured them. The human beings are chasing gold, and so why shouldn't the cocoa yearn for greater things too? Ago. But there is silence from those who should roar. Those we trusted to guard our land. They sit with folded arms as the rivers turn to sludge. Their promises are sinking in the very mud that suffocates our children. They say they see, but they do not act. And so the water is choked, and we are drowning in our own thirst, and we cry out, Ago. We cry out. But they tell us to be patient, to wait for solutions that never come. The land is bleeding, and still they do nothing while the vultures circle fat on the carcasses of our future. And it is not just the foreign hands that dig, but our own. Say, but our own. Our brothers, our neighbors, our prayer partners. They have sold their souls for a coin that crumbles in their grip. Where are the leaders when our rivers die? Where are the protectors when our land burns? They sit in their halls, in their seats, which have been decorated with the taxpayers' sweat and sorrow, while we are left to choke on dust and promises that we cannot swallow well. The water that once gave us life now drips like poison Our mothers' pots are filled, but what do they hold? These women drink from the poison streams, and their bellies swell not with life but with death. They are impregnated by dangerous chemicals that rape them from within, and then they give birth to children with twisted limbs and broken lungs. Ago! And we whisper about witchcraft. We speak of curses, afraid to call it by its name and its appellations. Greed, neglect, a nation devouring its own. And still we are told to wait. Wait for justice, wait for change, while the water grows darker and we are drowning in the silence of the powerful. But we are not silent. We scream, we march, we raise our fists and our voices, but they do not hear us. They block their ears with gold and their eyes with lies. When we protest, they send their soldiers and cowardice, not to protect us, but to crush us, treating their own people as enemies of the state, even when we are peaceful. Ago. Even when our anger is calm and a rising tide. Ago. They come out in force, shields and batons, while the rivers run beneath our feet. This is not what we gained independence for. Repeat after me. This is not what we gained independence for. This is not the dream that Nkrumah spoke of. Repeat. This is not the reason for our sacrifices or the hope that brought people back home. This is not the Ghana we repatriated for. We came back with hands ready to build, dreams of rising roots. But the land we came to save is devouring us whole. This is not the vision. This is not the reason why they left foreign lands with hearts full of hope to do their bit to rebuild the soil of our ancestors, only to find their home sinking into greed. And now we watch as the diaspora, those who dare to return, are betrayed while the ground beneath us slips away. Ago. Ago. And so, the seeds have turned to dust, and the air is heavy with the things that we cannot speak of. There is no longer a home here. This is no longer a home. It is wasteland which we must leave, a place where the ground swallows everything that we love, for a glittering gold that you and I cannot even hold. My name is Apioko. Thank you very much.
And pay attention to their pace.
They create to carry us to space.
To see the sound of words emitting their calls,
Their cries.
their communion.
Entertaining and educating us of our civic responsibility and volunteerism.
All right, now the judges would like to say a couple of things to the contestants. We are so proud of all of you. You've obviously put a lot of work into what you did. You put a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears. I see the emotion in your performances. I see that you care about what you say. Personally, I thought it was incredibly inspiring. A couple of you even made me get a little teary-eyed. It was incredibly inspiring, and all of you should be really, really proud of yourself. The expression behind your words, your articulation, your eloquence, your use of the language was incredibly impressive. And we are all so proud of you. Give yourselves a hand.
them my babies. I'm so proud of each and every single one of you. I was telling you earlier that I've seen growth in each one of you. Well, we saw you in your raw states at the intra-schools, and we are here now. And I'm so very proud. And I was telling him that some of you gave me goosebumps. I'm so very proud of you all, each and every single one of you. Nana, Franklin, Nee, Divine, Ifia, Eileen, Isaac, and Chris. You have entertained us, you have educated us, and I'm so glad that you are here. And regardless of the outcome, you are all winners, okay? Regardless of the outcome. 31 schools, we are down to 4. I'm so proud of you. That's all I want to say. All the other comments, we can just talk about it backstage, but then I'm so proud of you, and I want you all to know that you've done extremely, incredibly well. Just give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand. You deserve it. Please let's give them a hand as well.
Hello? Hello? Shall we give them a round of applause? I must congratulate each and every one of you for putting up a very good contest. Those of us from the literature, we understand what it takes to be here, how to coin words together, get the best artistics from the works, the rhythm, the rhyme, the composure, the performance, and everything else on point. And we are much excited to have, talent like you. It's my hope that we don't end here. The many, important lessons that your PCs taught us, I would like to play with each and every one of us to put it into a good use and a good, let's be the example first. So if we are a good example, then other people around us can emulate, and together we can build a formidable society. Congratulations.
Themselves to the service of their schools, their nation, and the world.
We provide the platform for students to challenge themselves and not one another, unleashing their minds to crash not their own creativity, but to awaken it to critical thinking, thereby emboldening them for purpose.
Forgive me. Okay. So now, our ladies, this year, okay. So thank you very much. We are moving on to the entertainment session. We'll invite two people from each school to come here and then give us their best moves as we wait for the final results. Okay, so from Kumasi Academy, we have Kelvin Eko Jackson and Bright Boama. Please come on stage. Kelvin and Bright. From ASANTEWAA Girls Senior High School, We have Sheila Boatim and Patricia Taidonko. Sheila and Patricia, please join us on stage. Sheila and Patricia. At this year. Okay, so moving on from KNUST Senior High School, we have Derek Owusu and Terry Blake.
Insulted with speech, spoken like with a million voices that echo in our ears, vibrating our hearts and distilling into our minds to influence our emotions and actions.
Words cooked in the pots of poetic rehearsals, polished to shine the thoughts of participants. Yes, participants who, like prophets, mount the pulpits of literary performance to inform and reform, to elevate our minds to brood and move and more.
Here I sit, judging, not looking for perfection. Whom
So please, OSEI TUTU, if someone would like to join their brother, you have the opportunity now. You have now to come on stage. If we start with the music, no one else is allowed on stage.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey.
Aprimpong. So, Mr. DJ, please let
hey, 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 hey.
Only you bad feet my chest. Your back asset. You know they play my chumba rest. They see my jolly. But no bata me congo no. Baby congo so. You dey see her. Me no fit kill her for my head. I need to know what you did. Oh yeah, send me a look it. Shabali you know the day. Oh, my nails are not pretty. I need to know what you did. Send me a look it. Shabali you know the day. Oh, my nails are not pretty. Oh, KUMASI. Oh, excellent, excellent, oh, excellent. Excellent, you go put me for emergency. Sorry, excellent, excellent. You are my favorite story. I know if you can't this going, but I know it'll serve its purpose. You're like a story I lived before. You understand me till you don't. I've been here before. I've been here before. I know they use my hands no more. I choose to use my head. I learn my lesson. I know they use my hands no more. I choose to use my head.
You broke my confidence every day. And you never thought that I would be okay. You lie to me. You make me want to freeze. Coming back on your knees, oh no. See you no go get again. Boy, you won't get again. Make you no disturb. Because I no go deny you. Oh no, it's too late. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. You lost a good one. My Obia, Obia Shamiri.
Go fuck up me, hey. Get down. Hey, yo, Quams, look at that one side. Hey, let's go. Hey, go fuck me. Go fuck me. Go fuck me. Hey, one leg to the left side, one leg to the right. Let me shoulder. Let me shoulder. Let me shoulder.
Show me your boy. What's your boy? And the money boy. So you want the boy? Show me your boy. Show me your boy. What's your boy? And the money boy. Come away. Boy. Come away. Boy. Come away. Boy. Come away.
Say we never go Ghana. Say na him sing the bangers. Say na him get the banku. With the milk of the girls to the ginger. For many years with the dancers on tour. Back then that shit was the cocoa. When you got the form with the mode, crime man just live like simple. Because if you do anyhow, you can see anyhow. You see, I say if you do anyhow, you can see anyhow. You can see. Only guy if you do anyhow, you can see anyhow. You see, I say if you do anyhow,
I did not pick it. I pick it. I did not pick it. I pick it. Shake you, mommy, I get it. Baby, I so swan, I pick it. I pick it. Kim Palu, this is for the market. This is for the market. But I am going to get on. It's getting cold inside. Double sweater, I'm young, ordinary, paranoid. I can picture this world without you, my life. Oh, baby.
Hello, I know fit forget you. Hey, Bezina, so good. If I speak English, you no. and shake your waist. Your waist and shake your waist. Shake your waist and shake your waist. Your waist and shake your waist. Shake your waist and shake your waist. Your waist and shake your waist. Shake your waist and shake your waist. Your waist and shake your waist. Shake your waist and shake your waist. Your waist and shake your waist. Shake your waist and shake your waist. Your waist and shake your waist. Shake your waist and shake your waist. Your waist and shake your waist. Make you go down low. Make you move and go down low. Baby, move on slow. Baby, baby. See you over, baby. Come to daddy. Don't be naughty. Just come and party. Move your body. Oh, my baby. Shake your waist and shake your waist. Your waist and shake your waist. Shake your waist and shake your waist. Your waist and shake your waist. Shake your waist and shake your waist. Your waist and shake your waist. Shake your waist and shake your waist. Your waist and shake your waist. No, break it. Break it. Break it. Break it. Break it. Break it. Break, 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 break,
Please wait, please wait.
For a victory for one over another. This competition is to bring out the best man and ignite the fire of passion and purpose to build themselves and give themselves to the service of their.
So, thank you very much. King's Regimental Band will take it from here. So please, let's give the stage to King's Regimental Band.
Eyes with smiles and salted with speech, spoken like with a million voices that echo in our ears, vibrating our hearts and distilling into our minds to influence our emotions and actions.
Words cooked in the pots of poetic rehearsals, polished to shine the thoughts of participants. Yes, participants who, like prophets, mount the pulpits of literary performance to inform and reform, to elevate our minds to brood and move and more.
Here I sit, judging, not looking for perfection, whom we all pursue because the masses praise a pretty which passes like our past, yet beats our pulse and pulls our peace as a masterpiece, our perfect work.
There I sit, yet here on this stage, with all who stage their say, to make a way for our hearts to race and pay attention to their pace.
They create to carry us to space.
To see the sound of words emitting.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, King's Regiment Band.
Of imagination, observation, and education. Words spiced with smiles and salted with speech, spoken like with a million voices that echo in our ears, vibrating our hearts and distilling into our minds.
Brought to you by the U.S. Embassy's American Corner, KUMASI, in collaboration with ACE Consult. And our sponsors are MTN Ghana, Pearson PTE, ASANTEWAA Shell, Paul Sands Company Limited, and IPO KNUST. So moving on, our contestants have done very well, exceptionally well, and we all can attest to that. So we'd like to award them for their efforts.
There I sit, yet here on this stage, with all who stage their say, to make a way for our hearts to race.
To see the sound of words emitting their calls,
Their cries.
their communion.
Entertaining and educating us of our civic responsibility and volunteerism.
A spoken word was a dream, but soon, like an egg.
To present certificates of participation to the contestants. Please let's give her a round of applause. Miss Dana.
We do not intend for schools to contend for a victory for one over another. This competition is to bring out the best man and ignite the fire of passion and purpose to build themselves and give themselves to the service of their schools, their nation, and the world.
We provide the platform for students to challenge themselves and not one another, unleashing their minds to crush not their own creativity, but to awaken it to critical thinking, thereby emboldening them for public speaking.
I, one of you, sit amongst you.
Before the presentation of certificates.
The pots of poetic rehearsals, polished to shine the thoughts of participants. Yes, participants who, like prophets, mount the pulpits of literary performance to inform and reform, to elevate our minds to brood and move and more.
Here I sit, judging, not looking for perfection, whom we all pursue because the masses praise a pretty which passes like our past, yet beats our pulse and pulls our peace as a masterpiece.
certificate, we have Ms. Dana Diamond from the U.S. Embassy in charge of public diplomacy to assist us. So the first person is Isaac Hiaboa. Isaac. We have Grace Kwabena Boateng next. Grace Kwabena Boateng. The next on our list is ASANTEWAA Echampong. ASANTEWAA Echampong. Then we have New Pau, Toto, Togbo. Franklin Opuni Mensa. Divine Tay, Divine.
Man, get united till I fade out. If the vibe no pure on my way out. Anytime we step out, the men them outside, we know they house. No they look for us, we know they house. So they see the mullah, we don't spray out. Thank God, said the maga don't pay out. Okay, see, I'm ahead of them, as you are true. I'm a fucking baller, you got only me. No man fit talk shit to me, me know me, you go collect it. See, I'm on a me, the leader, she was true. I'm a fucking baller, you got only me. No man fit talk shit to me, me know me, you go collect it. Cheers to my friends and click. When I call them, I all pulling up. We strapped up with the guns and the swords and things. Bring hell to anybody who try to test me. I'm your dad, I'm your uncle, I'm your popsy. I be old man, no go, they call me Gen Z. Brother C, steady giving them gap, multi love far. They can never near me. I smile lover, just go. My own boy, don't show. I'm on my polo white, my face show. Sweet boy for life, you don't know. You're serious, babe, don't worry my phone. You done this up for back, you don't know. Every day we the run, I'm on tour. Supposed to know how the thing go. Man, get united till I fade out. If the vibe no pure on my way out. Pull balu, anytime we step out. The men them outside, we know they house. No they look for us, we know they house. So they see the mullah, we don't spray out. Thank God, say the maga don't pay out. Oh, see, I'm ahead of them, I she what you. I'm a fucking baller, you got only me. No man fit talk shit to me.
Words spies with smiles and salted with speech. Spoken like with a million voices that echo in our ears, vibrating our hearts and sailing into our minds to influence our emotions and actions.
Words cooked in the pots of poetic rehearsals, always shine the cups of participants. Yes, participants who like prophets, master the pulpits of literary performance to inform and reform, to elevate our minds to build and move onward.
Here I sit, judging, not looking for perfection, whom we all pursue because the masses praise a pretty which passes like our past, yet beats our pulse and pulls our peace as a masterpiece. Our perfect work.
There I sit, yet here on this stage, with all who stays their say, to make a way for our hearts to raise and pay attention and
It to carry us to space.
To see the sound of words emitting their calls,
Their cries,
their community.
Entertaining and educating us of our civic responsibility and volunteerism.
But you figure she bad and bougie, I'm afraid you will fake. Make an say so, I didn't mean to say so. Coco, my baby, I never play it. I see your post online in the Facebook. I'm in your body, this has to go away. I feel like the same way we date, you gon' never be stable. I'm in chummy, maintain. Can't talk with your man, them.
A spoken word was a dream, but soon, like an egg being hatched into reality, to grow, to learn, and to achieve a better purpose.
This is not a contest to test for the best and create divisions among the youth, but a vision for national unity and education to hear the thoughts of the youth, to see their smiles and feel their heartbeats, a rhythm of self-development for national development.
For we do not contend for schools to contend for a victory for one over another. This competition is to bring out the best young and ignite the fire of passion and purpose to build themselves and give themselves to the service of their schools, their nation, and the world.
We provide the platform for students to challenge themselves and not one another, unleashing their minds to crash not their own creativity, but to awaken it to critical thinking, thereby emboldening them for public speaking.
One of you sits amongst you. There at the table I sit, judging.
Words brew like wine. It is calculated ingredients of imagination, observation and education. Words spiced with smiles and salted with speech. Spoken like with a million voices that echo in our ears, vibrating our hearts and descending into our minds to influence our emotions and passions.
Words cooked in the pots of poetic rehearsals, always to shine the fruits of participants. Yes, participants who like prophets, mounts the purpose of literary performance to inform and reform, to elevate our minds to brood and move onward.
Here I sit, judging, not looking for perfection, whom we all pursue because the masses praise a pretty which passes like our past, yet beats our pulse and pulls our peace as a masterpiece. Our perfect work.
There I sit, yet here on this stage, with all who stays their say, to make a way for our hearts to raise and pay attention
to carry us to space.
To see the sound of words emitting their calls,
their cries,
their community.
Entertaining and educating us of our civic responsibility and volunteerism.
If I tell you I love you,
A spoken word was a dream, but soon, like an egg being hatched into reality, to grow, to learn, and to achieve a better purpose.
This is not a contest to test for the best.
Mr. Paul, Mr. Matthew Asada, the press attaché for U.S. Embassy Ghana, to present the awards for special awards.
a victory for one over another. This competition is to bring out the best man and ignite
the most eloquent, Eileen Trewa Tando. Thank you very much. Next on our list is for the most confident, Nana Bewa Mwaka. For most creative performer, we have Franklin Opuni Mensah.
Kebun sama branti ya miti suyaye. Ya miti madansi ya misi jade for half for my life cooking up militante. Timi nimi huwa jaje. Obrai sumi penu ye tini me bongo pen.
So for the next one, we have Nipa Tototokwe for the best content creator.
Kebun sama branti ya miti suyaye. Ya miti madansi ya misi jade for half for my life cooking up militante. Timi nimi huwa jaje. Obrai sumi penu ye tini me bongo pen. Me got to send something my mind racing. Some bridges are burnt into boys pee.
And now, for our overall best performer, we have Chris Pabana
Tell me the truth. Am I not your son? Oh, am I not your son? Oh, can't you see? Oh, say sika fatame. Oh, can't you see? Oh, say sika fatame. Mi besika, bizonia ya.
Thank you very much, Mr. Asada. Please, we are moving on to the winners of the contest. So who takes home the trophy? Abrimpong, Akunini, Adeshie, Majema, Nyansapo, Abrimpong, Akunini, Majema, Adeshie.
Kaije Polindu. Make out time to enjoy yourself. Kaije Polindu. Make out time to flex your money.
To inform and listen, to elevate our minds to do and move onward.
Here I sit, judging, not looking for perfection. Whom we all pursue because the masses praise the pretty which passes like our past. Yet beats our pause and pause our peace as a masterpiece, our perfect work.
There I sit, yet here on this stage, with all who stage their say, to make a way for our hearts to raise and pay attention
They create to carry us to space.
To see the sound of words emitting their calls,
Their cries.
their community.
Entertaining and educating us of our civic responsibility and volunteerism.
Everything could have been lovely, but I'm just another guy, Obsessed with my morals, concerned with my liberty. Options overflow, I'm not gonna lie, there's a change in my energy. Praying I never go down,
spoken word was a dream, but soon, like an egg being hatched into reality, to grow, to learn, and to achieve a better purpose.
This is not a contest to test for the best and create divisions among the youth, but a vision for national unity and education to hear the thoughts of the youth, to see their...
For the presentation of the final awards, we'd like to invite the reigning champion from KNUST last year,
Desperado.
Miss Prosperada Hamani, to present the trophy. So last year, this thing here went to KNUST Senior High School. So this year, who is taking it home?
Desperado.
KNUST, are you taking it back? KNUST, are you taking it back? KNUST, are you taking it back? Please, let's settle down. We are ready to present the final awards.
The remix,
Check 1, 2, check 2.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Obiniem. Obiniem. Let us kindly invite Mr. Paul Asante, the MD for Paul Zan's Enterprise, to present the award for the third runner-up.
Achieve a better purpose.
This is not a contest to test for the best and create divisions among the youth, but a vision for national unity and education to hear the thoughts of the youth, to see their smiles and feel their heartbeat. A rhythm of self-development for national development.
This
For the
contest is
segment C, and a total marks of 360. The third runner-up goes to ASANTEWAA Girls Senior High School. Please, the matrons should kindly join them on stage. Yes, ASANTEWAA matrons, please join them on stage. Yes, please. Join them off stage. Thank you, Mr. Paul. Please. So for the second runner-up, with marks of 164 for the segment C and a total marks of 365, let us kindly invite Ms. Lauren Labilate to help us in the presentation. KNUST Senior High School.
Them go bow down my head. Go say
the first runner-up.
I've been boom nice. Them go see.
Please, please, please. Please let us invite Ohineba. Let us invite Ohineba Owusu-Efriye IV to help us with the presentation of the medals, the dummy check for the first runner-up and certification. So for the first runner-up, with a max of 169 for segment C and a total mark of 372, Kumaka should come for their own. Please, the patrons. Mrs. Dorothy, kindly join us for the dummy check presentation.
Them go bow down my head. One say about pam 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 panana. I've been boom nessa. Them go see say I'm a chapo waka. Sikati sadoa. Eko never. But I'm going say yeah you.
Settle down.
Word was a dream, but soon, like an egg being hatched into reality, to grow, to learn, and to achieve a better purpose.
This is not a contest.
Let us invite Miss Rosebud. Please let us invite Miss Rosebud Osayan Popo. She is the Regional Manager, Retail Experience, Asante, Bono Ahafo, and Bono East MTN Ghana to present the medals to the winning team. So with a total mark of 167 from segment C and a total mark of overall total of 384. Let us invite OT and then their patrons. You didn't hear the marks. So they had 167 for segment C and overall marks of 384. Yes. So medals.
To shine the fruits of participants. Yes, participants who, like prophets, mount the pulpit. Thank you very much. Let us invite Ms. Charity Dako, the Coordinator for Regional Corporate Services and Corporate Communications for MTN Northern Ghana, to present certificates to the winning school. So first, we have on our list Isaac Yaboa. And then we have Chris Kwabena Watson. So to the patrons, a certificate. Thank you very much for mentoring these students to come to this achievement. Oti, thank you very much.
Promoti, thank you. Please let us invite Ms. Marilyn Owusu, the Executive Director of ACE Consult, to present the trophy to the winners. Finally, let us invite Ms. Ajwa Afrakoma Baobeng. She's the Senior Manager, Retail Experience, MTN Ghana, to present the dummy check. Okay, so we also have Mr. Matthew Asada. Kindly join us. And then Ms. Dana Diamond, please join us. And then Mrs. Marilyn Owusu. An amount of 7,000 Ghana cedis going to the winning school. This amount is for the patrons and then the students as well.
There I sit, yet here on this stage, with all who stayed their say, to make a way for our hearts to raise and pay attention. This reads, carry us to space.
To see the sound of words emitting their calls,
their cries,
their community,
entertaining and educating us of our civic responsibility.
the boy? Show me your boy. What's your boy? Any money boy? So you want the boy? Show me your boy. Show me your boy. What's your boy? Any money boy?
Let's go! Personally, I rock your body. I promise you go home, you won't tell daddy. I give it to you like you never had it. Show me touch it, let's make it right.
Yeah, Bessa born in a wooden pool in my Ugo. Yeah, baby, I born in a wooden pool. And I'm your mommy's only appear and your mommy's only appear. Amanda, yeah, Azonto. Amanda, yeah, Azonto, fiesta, Azonto, go fiesta, Azonto, fiesta, it's a mushroom fiesta.
Shake your waist, your waist and shake your waist, break your waist and shake your waist, your waist and shake your waist, break your waist and shake your waist, your waist and shake your waist, break your waist and shake your waist, your waist and shake your waist, break your waist and shake your waist, your waist and shake your waist, break your waist and shake your waist, your waist and shake your waist, break your waist and shake your waist, your waist and shake your waist. You go down low, make you move and go down low, baby move and slow. Shake your waist, you waist and shake your waist, shake your waist and shake your waist, you waist and shake your waist, shake your waist and shake your waist, you waist and shake your waist, shake your waist and shake your waist, you waist and shake your waist.
There I sit, yet here on this stage, with all who stage their say, to make a way for our hearts to raise and pay attention. This race to carry us to space.
To see the sound of winds emitting their calls.
Yeah.
When him get to a second, minimum more than I want to be free Abraham. When the last road is number Adam, made me better.
no the libido no. As a Gary, I put you in the dono. Send me a plan, I'm a Filippo. And then nothing is a gono. Suppose you me and then China Meda. Forget to go on 1 hour body pa. And Mado see me so the son of Mother. Or if a good Mr. Beda, when I got again and I'm a film pack, yeah. Shall I get the good and I'm a shot tag, yeah. As if my no said I was shot, yeah. I pass a can see what you do for chair. Someone to make car was a that bow. The car when I am she shut that more. I can't for no make up a bump more. So one more, some more. One of me, about the Diania where Takum, a banner who folk with a title. The city lady would on me was I do. A wine name a cloak with a Bible. I don't go. What do we yet? What we think? What we get? Someone even said I got him on me feel like I won't have my dream. If I'm a crime, you no more there.
Should say make a wait? 1 hour she go want, 2 hours go be bad, 3 hours she go love. She dey play my violin. When I'm sardine, hey, we know they please nobody, we they please on ourselves on a 1 minute voice. Yaba, me say yaba.
Charlie, you are the best.
trendybeats.com.
All of my guys when they tell me everybody anima. Move it again with the shake and keep it for back me and one tie like that. Whether they keep in a real or fake, I bet just say back come. How you go send me money, then I spread the money, then you can't take back You know, since I'm about to see young guy, they rock, I bet no they match up. You will be area boy, they do my things like a ziggy saga. And I'm what is the matter? I go prove to them, say somebody bad, somebody wicked, I go do my best to make colorful navet. I don't go multiple my set, I don't intercept. I can put together for research, you want to get put a big jump fence. They want to banga, give them back to back, boss of the medulla. Tell her your friend that I asked you to ask them who's your daddy. I'm that nigga, I'm that nigga, I'm that figure. I the rest of it, the only thing when they make me happy that you keep it. Internet girls are that you want you to make you come from, make you fall in pity. And I'm what is the matter? I go prove to them, say somebody bad, somebody wicked. I go do my best to make all of you nervous. I don't go multiple my set, I don't intercept. I can put together for research, you want to get put a big jump fence.
A pretty rich process like our fact. Your beats are pause and pause our piece is a masterpiece.
There I sit, yet here on this stage, with all who stage their say, to make a way for our hearts to raise and pay attention and peace. Sit means to carry us to space.
To see the sound of words emitting their calls.
their cries.
their community.
Entertaining and educating us of our civic responsibility and volunteerism.
Caporal Montenegro, Bondelelo, Casismo de Menoro.